we've walked just over 3 kilometres into the pound and we've arrived at the homestead. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at it. Spectacular view from up here. You happy with the view? Pretty good. Hopefully that cloud will clear and we'll get up in our helicopter later this afternoon.
We were booked in for a 10 a.m. flight and our pilot Matt suggested we come back later in the afternoon because the weather was supposed to be better. Boy, was he right. We took off from Rawnsley Park Station just behind the wool shed for our scenic flight. Here you can see Rawnsley Bluff. We are just about to fly over the entrance to Wilpena Pound. You can see the resort in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. This is St Mary Peak, the tallest part of Wilpena Pound. People have attempted agriculture here in the past. You can see where they've tried this. The bush has never recovered. We are about to fly over Rawnsley Park Station where you can see the caravan park and the Eco Villa units. Look for the red car in the centre of the screen. That's my car. the end of our scenic flight. If you'd like to watch the full video, please watch the previous episode on my YouTube channel. That's right, even Gazza the Galah came along for the trip. The view was spectacular here, but the wind was icy cold. It was absolutely freezing. This was our final day at Rawnsley Park Station. Tomorrow we head off to Burra. A quick break in the town of Corn. A lunch stop in Jamestown. Burra Caravan Park is a small caravan park, but the sites are a decent size and they are nice and level. We had dinner at the Burra Hotel and the food was fantastic. I'd recommend this pub to anyone visiting the town. The town of Burra is rich with mining heritage and most of its 1840s legacy is still intact. We bought ourselves a Burra Heritage Passport, which gave us instant access to see, hear and touch the past. Heritage Passport key allowed us to move around at our own pace, spending as much time as we liked at each of the exhibits. The key gave us exclusive access to different sites within the town. Copper ore was discovered at Burra in 1845, and by 1850, Burra was the largest metal mine in Australia, employing 1,000 men and boys. Morfett's engine house, we saw the only known reconstructed Cornish engine house in the world. We explored the 3-storey building, reading the information on display inside. We were able to look at the original pumping equipment, along with the remains of several mine buildings on site. Erected at the rear of the first police station in 1847, the cells were used as a temporary jail until Redruth Jail was built in 1856. Redruth Jail was built in 1856. It was used by the South Australian Film Corporation in the movie Breaker Morant. This is where you may have seen it before. In 1894, the jail was closed and it was later used as a girls' reformatory. Inside the jail, it featured displays depicting the life and living conditions of prisoners and the reformatory inmates. There was a doctor's diary on display inside, and the thing that did amuse me was that someone was diagnosed as being an imbecile. In 1851, up to 2,000 miners and their families lived in these dugouts along the riverbed. Floods drove many people out into the homes built by the mining companies. Wages were low, but sometimes miners continued to live in poor conditions with the constant threat of floods and disease rather than paying rent. By 1860, the dugouts were virtually deserted. This restored mine captain's cottage is part of the Paxton Square complex of 33 cottages built between 1849 and 1852 around a central common. This accommodation was used for the growing number of miners coming to the area to support the monster mine. The Unicorn Brewery was built in 1873 and consisted of a tall malting tower, offices, cooper's workshop, steam engine and boiler to operate the pumps and a manager's residence. Due to new licensing laws introduced at the turn of the century, the brewery closed in 1902 and the buildings were demolished for their stone in 1911. We had a quick stop on our way to Mannum at Udunda, where we had a look at some silo art, had a coffee break and went and saw a statue of Colin Teely, the famous author. We set up for a 2-night stay at Mannum Caravan Park along the mighty Murray River. As you can see, the view was spectacular from our riverside sites. It was a beautiful sunset this evening and we settled in to sit around the fire and chat with each other. Then we saw a rat, a cat, a duck, no, it was a possum. This morning we took a short drive to the local lookout. If you look carefully you can see my red car in the middle of the screen again. Here you can see a ferry crossing the mighty Murray River. During lunch we could see a rainbow just across the river. We finally found Bear Rock. It was poorly signed and there was nowhere to stop. We went to the Mannum waterfalls, which are a geological phenomenon with large granite outcrops rising from the plains around the local creek. We decided they were probably the Mannum stumble rather than the Mannum falls.
Hello, it's a little bit breezy.
I think you're so Are you? Okay.
It's very breezy.
Okay. Oh!
We went to the Mannum Club for dinner for our last night in Mannum. What a spectacular sunrise this morning. It's hard to believe it's time to say farewell to my travel buddies. Hope you have a safe journey home.
Hey, thanks for watching the video right through to the end. I really appreciate that. While you're here, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? Just click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified of any new videos that I post. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up by hitting the like button. I'm going to try and post new videos as I travel around South Australia. At some stage, I hope to see you out there on the road. Thanks for watching.